Police have offered their condolences after an unnamed man, says to be in his 30s, was targeted and ambushed inside a Lloyds bank in broad daylight as he queued in line. Police say that the tragic incident that resulted in the murder took place inside the Lloyds bank on St Peter's Place in Derby at about 2:35 p.m. on Tuesday, which would have been yesterday, May 6th. In such a cowardly fashion, the unnamed victim was bladed from behind while the bank was still open and operating. Witnesses described hearing a shriek and a scream as the man screamed out in pain. The person allegedly responsible was said to be a man in his 40s. He had produced a blade and then plunged it into his victim's back, while a second man in his 30s was said to have assisted in the crime. As the victim lay on the floor, dying, a spill of red flowing in the bank's foyer, the people allegedly responsible then pushed their way past hysterical customers and staff members, where they fled the scene. Now just think about this. What could have possibly happened for people to want to track their victim down to a bank and then kill them right there and then, without confrontation and in such a cowardly act, targeting their victim from behind, in front of witnesses and cameras? A bank, one of the most heavily surveillanced establishments. If the two people arrested are responsible for the M, they must have known that the chances of getting away with such a serious crime was slim to none. Now, both men were arrested at an address in Weston Road, Normanton, less than 4 hours later at 6 p.m, and they still currently remain in police custody. Condolences. Stay safe.